Hello, welcome to Solutions Hub. On today's tutorial, we are going to show you some creative ways on how to visualize your data. Now we have some points. We have the trend line, we have the bar trend, the data bars, the greater than, the less than, and then we also have the donut chart. Now we also have our data here. We have the manual used for some surveying equipment in a particular company for about 6 months, right? Good. So you can see drone, how maybe the manual usage for the different months. You can see total station, echo sounder, and the rest of that. So we want to use different data visualization techniques to show the usage. The first of which is the trend line. Now it is a very tiny chart that you can have inside of a cell, because that's why you can see this cell is selected. So it is good for displaying performance over time. So if we want to display the trend line for this particular data, we come to insert, and then from insert we come up to lines, right? Now before we click on the lines, you can see that we have spark lines and mini charts placed in single cells, right? Good. So when you do that, you now highlight your data range. The data range is from January to June for this particular equipment. So we click on OK. You can now see the trend line. So for us to have for the other equipment, we can just autofill, right? Good. So you just drag and drop. Now this has shown you, or this shows you the trend of the man hour usage of these different equipment. So remember that if you update, maybe if you change the values, the trend line is going to be is going to be updated, right? Good. So that's how trend line works. Now for the bar trend, they are actually similar to the trend line. However, instead of using lines, they use mini horizontal bar charts, right? Good. So we are still going to select this particular cell. That's where we are going to show the bar trend. We come back to insert. Now instead of using lines, let's use columns, right? Good. So as we can see there, spark lines are mini charts placed in single cells, right? Good. Each representing a row of data in your selection. So we click on that, and then the data range is still from January till June. Click on OK, and then you can now see the bar trend. So you can decide to drag and then autofill. So this gives you the manual usage of the different equipment. Now remember that you can always modify the styles from this window, maybe do other modifications. However, we have shown you how to insert the bar trend for the data set we are using. Now the next is the data bars. Now for us to use the data bars, we are going to highlight all our data, but we would leave out the total hours, because that's for a different visualization we are getting to. However, for the different man hours of the different equipment for the different months, we are going to highlight that range of data. Then we come to conditional formatting. Easily spot trends and patterns in your data using bars, colors, and icons, right? So when we use the drop down, we can see the data bars. Now from the data bars, you can select different gradient fields to show the proportion of each of the cell values. So you can see that okay, let's use maybe red. If we use red, you can now see that in each of the data cells, you can see the different bars that shows the proportion. A very good example is this 100, which is a bit like an outlier, because it's larger than all the data sets. So proportionally, you can see that it has the highest bar, or maybe the longest bar, right? Good. So that's how you use data bars for visualizing your data. Okay, for the greater than and the less than, let us use the total man hours, right? Good. So we have the total hours, they have been highlighted. We come to the conditional formatting, then we come to highlight cells rules, and then we click on greater than. So what we want to look at in this greater than and less than for the visualization is that we want to define a rule. So as we have the total man hours here, maybe there's a particular standard that the total man hour for each equipment within a period of 6 months should not exceed a particular value. So let's say the value is 150. So any equipment that the usage exceeds 150 man hours, maybe they have been overused, right? Good. And then perhaps if we also want to say the manual usage, the total manual usage should not be less than maybe 100, which means any equipment that the manual usage is less than 100 has been underused. So this is a way to visualize your data using what is greater than. So the first one, we are under greater than. So we are trying to say that all the equipment that the manual usage are over 150, because that's why we have what the format cells that are greater than 150. Then we can use this drop down to select what different colors to use to highlight them, right? Good. Or fill them. So we have the light red, and then we click on OK. So this shows that the drone, total station, and the laser scanner were used beyond the stipulated or maybe the required man hour, right? Good. So we can just undo to the or our initial data, then we just come back to formatting, the conditional formatting, then highlight cells rules. We click on less than, and then we want to highlight cells that are less than 100, right? Good. So we can still decide to use what the red color to the light red to fill the text, right? Good. So when you click on OK, this shows that this particular instrument, which is the theodolite, was used for 84 hours totally within 6 months, which is below the standard usage, right? Good. Now we also have the donut chart. It looks like the conventional pie chart, however it's a bit different. So we are still going to use the total man hour for this particular donut chart. So the total man hour, okay, let's just undo. The total man hour is highlighted already. We come to insert, then from insert we go to insert pie slash donut chart. We use the drop down, and then we come to what the donut, right? Good. So use this chart type to show proportions of a whole. Now we want to show the proportion of a whole of the total man hours that we are used by the different surveying equipment, right? Good. So we have highlighted the total man hours, then we can see what the donut chart here. Now remember, you can always use a different style to show your result, right? Good. Now this particular style shows the percentages of each of the man hour usage, right? Good. Compared to the whole. So you can use different chart style to show your result, maybe to visualize the result, because that is the essence of what the data visualization, for you to be able to communicate what the insight in your data to yourself and to every other person. So we have been able to show you different creative ways to visualize your data. If you've not subscribed to the channel, you can encourage us by subscribing, and we are going to see you on the next tutorial. Ensure you keep staying safe and have a very good time. Bye.